After about 2 months of restoration work here, I am finally finished with this third scale Galloway engine. I don't know who made the castings for this engine. I've seen in places where Dick Shiley made some castings for these. There are some numbers on the block. I will include those in the eBay ad, as I am going to put this up for sale. And I want to get this video taken care of, as I'm now losing light outside already at 6 o'clock in the evening. I'm leaking a little bit of oil around the sight glass here, so I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to put sealant on either side. This is an original Luckheimer. You can see it there. That's an original Luckheimer hit-miss engine oiler. I thought that made a nice touch to put an original drip oiler on this instead of one of the little Chinese ones that are out there. Everything's been thoroughly gone over. Got a lot of time in polishing and fit and finish. Definitely a showpiece. For shipping, because this thing weighs so much, these flywheels are, they call them 10.2 inches. They're slightly over 10 inches in size. This is a big engine. As it sits here right now, I'd say it weighs close to 70 pounds. To keep it under the 70 pounds for shipping through FedEx, I'm going to take off the flywheels and my pulley, which I have another video on that shows you how to put these back on. This is solid brass here, so I'm going to take off the muffler and obviously the other flywheel. That'll take close to 20 pounds off of it. The shipping container is going to be 10 pounds. So I want to get it in under the around 60-65 pounds if I can. Make it easier to move around too. This has a make brake ignition with a low tension coil. The coil charges up when contact is made in here, and when the contact breaks, you get a spark. For this pulley here that I just made the other day, there's a crown in the center here, so you can run a flat belt on it. And I use it as I have a one-way bearing in here that you can take out for display, and it's finished off really nicely in the inside. Looks like a really nice pulley when the bearing's out of there. For messing around and setting the timing and adjusting the carburetor and fussing around with it the way I do, the bearing starter just makes it super easy. It engages in the direction that the flywheels go. That would be the top towards the back to start it, and the other way it freewheels. So there's no drag on the drill when you're freewheeling, and it just makes it much easier to start. Make it much easier to start for somebody that might be an older person or have some disabilities or something. It just makes things a lot easier. What's not included is the 12-volt gel cell that I'm using. That's really not so good. I have a charger on it right now, and you simply hook your 12 volts up to these two studs here, positive and the negative. I think I have it marked under here. If not, your negative is your yellow wire. To because to make sure that this is grounded out, the ground is going directly to the outside casing of the make-break ignition. And then this is your hot on the make-break ignition. So your yellow that goes back underneath is the ground, and the low tension coil is mounted up underneath. Right now I'm running regular gas in it because I'm out of the Coleman fuel and I don't have any naphtha. Back in here are some casting numbers. I will see if we can focus on those. Definitely a show quality piece. And it runs pretty darn good too. Your fuel shut off underneath here. Let me focus on that if I can. Just turn it no more than one turn out. If you turn it out too far, you're going to get the threads down into the where the O-ring is in there, and then it's going to drip a little bit. So even just half a turn or 3/4 of a turn out is plenty good. I like using the clear line here because you can see when the fuel is sucking through, and you can also see when you're out of fuel because you'll start to see the bubbles go through the line. I believe I said I'm leaking a little oil around here. I'm going to take this apart and seal this up. We have grease cups on here. Grease cups on the main bearings. This area underneath here in the crank is sealed off because you're always going to get some drips from the oil out from the piston area. And that's about all I can think of at the present time. So let's fire it up. Let's hear it run. Again, we're on 12 volts right now. Hook this up. And now I can start it with one hand. Key that in there. it is a nice running machine. Again, I'm using regular low octane gas in it right now, and it runs great. And add a little bit of oil, just a little bit of oil to the gas. Make it maybe a 40-to-1 mixture. Gives the cylinder some upper lubrication. On the drain here for the original drain here, and I'm not sure even what this is for. There's a plug up in here. This really is a dead end. It doesn't go anywhere. Nothing is running to that one. So I put in this one. This is tapped into the bottom of the water jacket. If you can see it there. There we go. It's a brass one. That's the one you take out to drain the water out. Always drain the water out if it's going to sit for any length of time. You don't want it to get all rusted up inside here. It would also be a good thing maybe to spray some oil. I had some oil down in there. I painted as much as I could down inside the water jacket, but you can only get the paint down around in there so long. So don't leave. There's water in it right now. You can't see, but it is all painted. It's very nice inside there. It's not rusted up or anything like that. Don't let it sit a long time with water in it. Drain it out. This is a nice one. Great for display. Nice running. I'm losing my light here. And maybe I'll get a chance to shoot a better video, but I think this one came out pretty good. Sorry for the link in my eBay ad not working. eBay no longer allows web links. They're afraid people are going to contact each other and they're going to miss out on the sale. They want their 9 or 10% final value fee. So they're doing everything they can to keep people from communicating with each other outside of eBay. They'll tell you it's for their safety, which is true in some ways because sales are guaranteed on eBay, which is a good idea. But if you know the person and can trust them, go for it. My email address will be listed down below, and if you have any questions, please let me know. And of course, my listed price is negotiable. I am accepting offers. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.